Welcome to the kitchen. I assume you are here because, like me, you are too lazy to read the instructions. Don't worry, the objective is simple. Players race to cook orders, and at the end, the player who makes the most money wins the game. There are two types of decks: order cards and ingredient cards. Order cards are exactly as they sound. They are cards that players are trying to cook. Each order card has a certain number of ingredients, and the ingredients needed to cook the order. Each order ranges between $1 to $5. The more ingredients the order needs, the more expensive the order. Ingredients are the cards held by players. Ingredient cards are also exactly as they sound. They are cards used to build orders. Now, before we get cooking, we need to prep the kitchen. When you first start, it is important that you shuffle both decks well. Stack the order cards evenly in the middle of the players. Have the order cards facing upward in 4 separate rows. This will be the order line. Deal 6 ingredient cards facing down to each player. Keep your cards secret from your opponents. Split the remaining ingredient cards in half and place them on either side of the order line. These 2 decks will be your pickup piles. Once the setup is complete, it's time to get cooking. Countdown from 3, 2, 1. This is when the chaos begins. All players build the orders together. There are no turns. A player can hold up to 6 cards at once. After a player plays an ingredient, they can draw a new one from the pickup pile. Players can play ingredient cards on any of the 4 orders at any time. Players can also play multiple required ingredients at once. Ingredients can be played in any order. When the pickup piles are empty, players pause and give the discard piles a quick shuffle. Once shuffled, they become the new pickup piles. If no players can go, the cards are spoiled. Every player tosses their ingredient cards in the discard pile and pick up 6 new ingredient cards. Players can cook any of the 4 orders on the line. But for this example, let's use the cheeseburger, the hardest order to cook. This is because the cheeseburger requires 7 ingredient cards, the most of any order. Because of this, you also make the most money off of it, $5. The players start cooking. Player 1 places a lettuce. Player 2 places both a tomato and a condiment card. Player 2 picks up a beef patty and puts it down. Player 3 places an onion down. 2 ingredients are still needed: cheese and bread. Player 4 places both a cheese and a bread card. Player 4 must quickly slap and grab the cheeseburger card while yelling, "Cooked." Player 4 now keeps the cheeseburger card face up until the end of the game, when the orders will be tallied up. The ingredient cards used to cook the order are put into the discard pile next to the pickup pile. The order card underneath becomes the new order in the row. Now, let's show one more example where wild cards are used. The order being cooked this time is a BLT, $3, which requires 5 ingredients to cook it. Player 1 puts down bread and lettuce. Player 2 places a tomato and the condiment card. There is 1 ingredient left: bacon. Unfortunately, Player 3 does not have a bacon, but he does have the pantry card. The pantry card is a universal ingredient card. It turns into whatever ingredient you need. In this situation, bacon. But that's not the only wild card Player 3 has up his sleeve. He also has a combo card. A combo card is played with the last remaining ingredient card, and it must be played before a player yells, "Cooked." The combo card doubles the dollar amount of the order. So in this case, it turns the BLT from a $3 order into a $6 order. But just before Player 3 can pick the order card off the table, Player 4 throws down a burn card on the order. A burn card deducts the dollar amount of an order, in this case, $3. But because Player 3 also put down a combo card, the burn doubles and Player 3 is deducted $6. Player 3 reluctantly takes the burnt BLT card and keeps it, face down, to show that it is a burnt order. The used combo card is kept on top of the burnt order. Used combo cards are always kept with their cooked or burnt order. Once used, they are out for the remainder of the game. It is important to keep your cooked and burnt orders in 2 separate piles. This will simplify tallying up your score at the end of the game. Things to keep in mind: if Player 3 was able to pick up the cooked order card off the table without the burn card touching it, Player 3 would be safe and would get to keep the cooked order. Burn cards must be played on top of a cooked order card before it is picked off the table. Once the card is off the table, it can no longer be burned. If there is a failed burn attempt, the player keeps the burn card, but now everyone knows who has one of the 4 burn cards. This burn card brings true chaos to the kitchen, so be prepared. After all orders are cooked, the kitchen is closed. Players first count their cooked orders, excluding combo/burn orders. Announce cooked totals for suspense. Players then add their cooked combo orders. After that, players subtract their burn orders. In this example, it looks like player 1 is victorious with $14. But because player 2 and 3 are within $5 of player 1, the tip out is enforced. Players must count all their orders, including burn and combo orders. The player who cooked the most orders receives a $5 tip. In this case, player 2 gets the tip. Now, in the rare chance the game is still tied after the tip out, players re-prep the kitchen for sudden death. The player who cooks the first order wins. Unless they get burned, then they lose. Congratulations! Now you know the rules of the kitchen. So either get cookin' or get cooked.